said. So yeah, just the surprise attacks from Dan.
Yeah, definitely. That sort of made the difference. And that's what you'd expect from these two players. There shouldn't be much to separate them, and there's not. Just a bit of creativeness from Dan, one of them the day.
Yeah, so now we are on ZTN. Great map for multi-level play. It sort of mostly revolves around this courtyard here, which is pretty exciting, in fact. Ari up the top, Mega down the bottom.
Yeah, this map, both these players know it extremely well. Both played on it so many times. I mean, this is the most popular map in QuakeLive, so there won't be too many surprises here, I think. Oh, and they both get a really interesting spawn. Zelo gets the far better spawn. Dan will be absolutely filthy with that. This is going to pretty much open up the map for Zelo to get every single major item and every single major weapon. And he may even get another kill here as well. Oh, and he misses a crucial rail, but that doesn't matter too much. Zelo will be very happy with his situation at the moment.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen such close imbalanced spawns at the start of a map in quite some time. Dan really, what did he have there? Just MG. That was pretty much. He didn't really have any. He didn't have good position. He didn't have anything. He just had an MG. Had to get his Nike.
Yeah, both players spawned in the rocket launcher room. Both jumped the rocket launcher. In that situation, the first player there is pretty much going to win the fight every time, and that was Zelo.
Zelo there also getting a nice rail under Dan as he exits the scene, tries to get himself away, and almost caught him off guard once again with a nice little walk around the back stairs now. So again, Zelo trying to suss where Dan is as well, walking around a little bit, trying to hear a little footstep off in the distance, a rocket jump or something. Manages to pick himself up the RA as well, and there we go, gets a nice rail under double. Goes for third.
Yeah, and Dan was off down to 1 health. That was how close that was. He's going to get himself back up to 100 stack, which will will allow him to survive another rail. He needs more rockets. Zelo at the moment is just he's trying to find Dan. He's trying to trap him and catch him out. He knows that if he charges around the map, that Dan will just run all day. So he's really doesn't want to give away his position.
Yeah, he's just had Dan underneath him there as well. LG picked up, timing himself just in time now for the Mega to pop up.
Dan has done extremely well to get out. He had 1 health, I remind you, about a minute ago, and he got himself a fairly decent stack. He's back up to 100. So that's a pretty good situation. He won't be able to challenge for the RA, in fact, and he doesn't. He really needs some health. He needs another yellow armor, and he needs to get some timing on the Mega, I think, and maybe hit 1 or 2 rails, and he'll be well and truly back in this map. Considering the start he had, to only be 1 frag down is an extremely good effort on Dan's part.
Yeah, and Zelo, again, he's just scouring the map to try and get a little bit of a hint on where Dan is at the moment. He's still continuing to do it. Meanwhile, he's also doing his routine around the map, picking up the power-ups that he's got quite command on. Dan pops in with the LG and scans Zelo, and Zelo wisely backs away to pick up the Mega, and now going to pick up this YA probably, and make himself move on again, and controlling the map, controlling the items, and still pretty much avoiding a fight and just controlling the items at this point.
Yeah, Dan did really well to trap. Zelo was looking to trap Dan, and then Dan trapped Zelo, put down a lot of damage, but it didn't matter too much for Zelo because he knows when the major items are, and so he's able to. And that's crucial miss there on the yellow and the red armor for Zelo, but because he knows the Mega timing, he's able to. That's beautiful shots. Yeah,
the rocket and the rail. Great play there as Dan tried to. Successfully managed to grab himself the RA, grab himself the YA now. A bit of an LG battle, which Dan was on the back foot for the start of, but turns it around. LG beautifully onto Zelo and takes him down.
Yeah, and Dan, that is something that just only Dan it seems in Australia is capable of, just this pulling out these frags that he really shouldn't win. That was Zelo's frag, definitely. I mean, Dan had a fairly decent stack, but he just really out lightning gunned Zelo, and now he's got the lead, so Dan's done really well off a horrible start.
Yeah, well, just in that LG fight alone, in the first second, here we go, rocket launch fight up in the YA room here, and Zelo are actually on top that time, 65 health left over. But yeah, in that LG fight just earlier, Zelo was in that 2-second fight. Zilor was well on top of the start, and then all of a sudden Zilor started missing, but Dan just kept hitting. In fact, he got more accurate as the fight went on, and gets another tag on Zilor with the LG once again. Great play by Dan. Yeah,
and both players playing this quite well. Zilor, you know, he did the right thing to be aggressive. He picked the right time. He ended the fight quite low, but if he didn't take that fight, then Dan would have potentially built up a big stack, and it would have been very hard for Zilor. So now both players, you know, and I don't know how Zilor won that fight either, because Zilor went into that fight, I think, with a less stack and came out on top.
Yeah, Zilor actually was beginning to back away, and then he thought, nah, you know what, I'll just go for it. And, well, it paid off only just, but it did indeed.
And Dan, again, coming in with the counter kill. Both these players picking their fights very, very well. They know when their opponent's weak, and if they get a sniff of blood, they just go straight in.
Yeah, exactly. They're choosing quite wisely in the middle of the fights, let alone just before. LG battle right on the floor, right on top of the rail. Dan comes out on top quite comfortably that time with a bit of a drop down. That was a pretty straightforward battle there. Dan was just well on top.
Yeah, so probably a fight that Zilor didn't want to really take, but he was sort of forced into it, and then he couldn't get out of it. So, you know, he just did the best he could. He just put down as much damage onto Dan as possible, and he actually did do a fair bit of damage. And their stacks, I mean, Dan's got a bit of stack still, but he's missed the yellow armor. He's going to go for that red armor. Sorry, he's going to go for Mega instead, and he's going to pick up the frag as well.
Yeah, 2 consecutive nice rails there. As now, Zilor answers back with 2-3 of his own. So these two players, quite good aim on this ZTN, the third map. In fact, for those of you who didn't know, this is already the third map. Dan's won both of the first 2. So if he wins this one here, it's going to be a 3-zip. So Zilor is definitely going to put up a pretty hard fight on what could be his final map.
Yeah, he's missed out on the red armor there, which he might be a bit disappointed on. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to challenge Dan for probably a good minute or so, especially after Dan picks up this mega health. Zilor hitting a crucial rail and very lucky that did not be hit by Dan as well. So both players now, Dan's still got a better stack by about 50. As soon as he picks up this, will be by about 150. So, you know, Dan's still in a commanding position to defend himself. Zilor's going to have to play really, really well to get through the stack that Dan's got.
Yeah, in fact, right now, Dan on the top, going to drop down once again, have this LG battle. Dan should come out on top. He actually struggled a little bit for a time there. Zilor did do some quite substantial damage. But, yeah, Dan was always going to win that particular fight on stack alone, let alone on the aim.
Yeah, Zilor actually looked like he ran out of mouse pad space when he was lightning gun, because his lightning gun all of a sudden stopped at a certain point when it was tracking Dan, and he couldn't quite get it back on track again. Yeah,
like I said, he still did great damage. Maybe potentially he could have done maybe more. I don't know. He Dan did jumping rail over the top there, puts himself on a 4-frag lead with 2.5 minutes left on the clock, and some pretty good. At the very least, he's got a lot of information. I don't know if I'd say he has perfect map control, but he definitely has all the information he wants to get himself some map control.
And that's map control there. When you take the red armor, the yellow armor, the red armor, the mega, and now he's going to get a yellow. That's pretty much.
Yeah, no, he was thinking about setting up a bit of a trap there for Zilor, but I don't think Zilor was anywhere near the vicinity of that one.
He doesn't need to trap Zilor at the moment. He knows that all he has to do is just hold on as both players meet each other again, and Dan pulls out a nice rail to finish it off. 5 frags, less than 2 minutes. Zilor calls good game, and that will be it. So well done to Dan. Takes it out in 3 maps. I think Zilor, he had his opportunities. He definitely could have won DM13. He had his opportunities in this map too. Definitely wasn't outclassed. And unfortunately, we won't get to see it go to Aero Walk. I was really looking forward to seeing these two players playing Aero Walk again.
Yeah, no, they played fantastically on Aero Wall last time. So congratulations to Dan from Arcade MSI taking out the first season, the quick, sharp, short season of the SoundBlaster QuakeLive Champions League. Zilor from Surefire Gaming managed to take himself out 2nd place. I don't know whether we've had the battle off for 3rd place yet, but I can't remember. Is that between Haymo and Zeniku? I think it is. battle for third?
I'm actually not sure, to be honest. I think what we have got is we've got the Division 2 finals, semi-final and final, which should have happened tonight as well, or at least the semi-final, and the Division 3 as well.
Yeah, so we actually have quite a lot of players. I think last time I tallied it up, we just had just over 100 players in total. And that was before we cleaned up a couple of people who went inactive after the first week. But yeah, we had just over 100 people signing up for the very first season, the maiden season, the tester. So thanks everybody for coming out and helping out here. Dan wins himself $300 in cash and another SoundBlaster headset there. And Zelor winning himself, I think, $150 to $200, somewhere there. Division 2 has himself a couple $100 prize pool for them. Division 3 has around about $100 as well between their prize pools. So everybody sharing it through all the way through the different skill levels.
Yeah, it's been fantastic, and I think the open ladder as well has been tremendous success. As you said, there's over 100 players, and I think the open ladder players on that have really enjoyed the format and really enjoyed how it's gone, and it sort of bodes well for next season as well.
Yeah, next season we won't be running at such a turbulent, aggressive sort of season. This one we compacted it down, try and get it done before Christmas, as Christmas is actually only 5-6 days away now. Jeez. So the next season's going to go out for a little bit longer. We might be able to even play each of your enemies twice this time instead of just the once, and might even be changing the week-to-week structure. So I hope you look forward to it. We're happy to bring it to you. Maxx, thank you very much for shoutcasting almost every single one of these games, and hopefully we get you back for future seasons. Thank you very much, Maxx.
No, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure, and I always enjoy watching these games. Yeah,
we love to have you because obviously you got, I might be able to say words, but you know a hell of a lot about Quake, and you are a fantastic caster.
Thanks.
Yeah, we very much appreciate you here. Not just us at CyberGamer, everybody in the community. So to wrap it up, Dan King, first place, the grand champion of the Champions League, SoundBlaster at cybergamer.com.au. This is Pandan and Maxxx signing off. Thank you very much for watching.
Yeah, thank you very much.